It's officially been a year since I made my video talking about all of the problematic ships that people ship and why they ship them. And I told y'all that I ship namor&shuri, even though I believe in canon that they should never be together. And this is finally going to be the video about why I think they belong together. So if you guys are interested in that, keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to Ella Pastoral. If this is your first time ever coming upon this channel right here, typically I make videos talking about all of my favorite pieces of media. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining why I think Black Panther Wakanda Forever really should have been a namor&shuri love movie, but we got whatever the hell we got. I just wanted to take a quick break from the regularly scheduled content to just thank all of my current Patreons. Thank you guys so much for your support. It seriously means so much. Without y'all, I wouldn't be able to be so consistent in posting content. If any of y'all want to be like these beautiful, wonderful people, go to Ella Pastoral on patreon.com so you can have early access to my videos as well as participate in polls. Now let's get back to the regularly scheduled content. The thing about the Black Panther franchise is that it is an unapologetically black franchise that does not stray away from topics that actually affect the black community. From letting Wakanda be an escapism fantasy of what an African country would look like if it was untouched by colonial bodies, to literally talking about how all of the issues in the diaspora affect African Americans. I really feel like Black Panther did its big one. And when the first original Black Panther movie came out and it literally was just so unapologetically black, we as the black community were so shocked and we showed up in our droves to support a movie that hasn't been done like this. Because yes, we get movies where there are monoracial black people at the front, but they're either Tyler Perry-esque or black trauma movies, and we were just so sick and tired of that. And we can really tell that the black community love this movie, because Black Panther made $13.5 billion at the global box office over the last 10 years. And if you were alive during the time that Black Panther came out, you know that black people showed up in droves. Like, as an actual African, and I'm not talking about African American, I'm talking about I'm Ghanaian and Ghana's in Africa, I could not escape people doing the freaking Wakanda Forever symbol. And I was like, okay, this is getting corny, cut it out. But still, we can see the impact that Black Panther had on the black community. And I feel like the main reason why Black Panther was so good was because of the cast, but most specifically Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman advocated so hard for Black Panther, and it really shows in the final product. He was one of the main people that said that this country that has never been touched by colonial powers should let people have accents. Like, imagine if the final product we got had T'Challa with a British accent. Imagine the nonsensical nonsense that would have made. But Chadwick Boseman advocated for so many good things to happen on the movie. And so when August 28th, 2020 happened, Chadwick Boseman died, and it literally devastated everybody, and specifically me. I was a Chadwick Boseman stan to the point where I made fan edits of him. It was a mess. But when he died, it literally changed the trajectory for the whole entire Black Panther series, because if there was no more Chadwick Boseman, who was supposed to be our leading character, who was supposed to lead the movie? And that's where we get Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever is literally a follow-up to the Black Panther franchise, as well as the follow-up to the real-life situation that happened with Chadwick Boseman dying. We would have never gotten Wakanda Forever the way it is if Chadwick Boseman didn't die. And I really feel like Wakanda Forever, despite all of the challenges that it had, because they literally had to scramble together a plot because of the death of Chadwick Boseman, was a perfect sequel in my opinion. I know a lot of people hated the movie and thought it was whack, and it was Marvel's wokeness destroying the... Y'all know how those people be. I ignore them because they always be tripping, but I really feel like, knowing the circumstances surrounding this movie, it did its big one. Because I mean, if you look at Wakanda Forever and you look at freaking Thor Love and Thunder, okay then. But anyway, the movie starts off with Princess Shuri going through all of the stages of grief at failing to save her brother, because in the movie T'Challa dies of a mysterious illness that she is not able to cure him of. And seeing as she was our titular Smart's character, having her brother die literally sent her into a spiral. And it doesn't help that because of all of the MCU shenanigans, Wakanda is now freaking exposed to the entire world, and the colonial bodies that never knew that Wakanda existed now want a sweet taste of the vibranium. And I don't know how how Wakanda got exposed to the entire world. I want to say it's some MCU nonsense. Maybe it was the Infinity War thing. To be honest, I can't keep up with the MCU, but somehow Wakanda gets exposed to the entire world, and now the colonial bodies that never knew Wakanda existed now want a sweet taste of the vibranium. And what do those colonialists always do when they have resources that aren't in their native country? They try to steal it. And so Queen Wamunda literally is fighting against, the spirit of depression, because literally all of the members of her family keep disappearing one by one. First her husband, then her son, and then she freaking has to fight against freaking France of all people, because they don't know how to leave well enough alone. And that's how the beginning of the movie, I guess, starts. Now we got to talk about the Talokanian issue, because this is where Namor and his people really jump in. So while Shuri and her mom are just having a really sweet heart-to-heart moment about how sad, their lives are, and they're literally just having a sweet mother-daughter moment, right? Tell me why this freaking half-human, half-fish, half-bird, what the heck is Namor but a tall man creature arises from the scene, interrupts their sweet mother-daughter moment, and is like, hey, turns out I live in the ocean with my people. And he goes on and on. I'm not gonna lie, his introduction was giving, but I was like, yo bro, there has to be a time and place for things. This is not the time. But he was like, yeah, I'm from the sea. My mother used to tell me about a great nation that kept its resources and how far that great king. He's doing a lot. He's practically saying Wakanda has fallen from his grace because Wakanda done told everybody his secrets, and now everybody wants some of that sweet vibranium, and now that's affecting his people, because the people of Talokan also have vibranium. And so he was like, y'all effed up, now y'all effed up with me, and I don't like that. And I'm not gonna lie, he really had me with that freaking cool introduction. I was like, I see something here, but we have to hop back into the plot. Going all the way to a random college in America, we see Riri Williams. She's supposed to be Iron Man's successor, but who the hell knows what's going on with the MCU? Free the guys. But literally, she's just an innocent girl in college, but she turned in an engineering project that her professor stole, then sold to the US government, and now the people of freaking Talokan want her because her freaking machine is really good at finding freaking vibranium. And the Talokanians, they don't play that. They're like, you got to die. So Princess Shuri is like, yeah, like killing people is just not the vibes. Like, you can't just do that. Like, it's not even her fault. The people to blame is like France and America, but the people of Talokan is like, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all know the TikTok meme that's like standing on business, but that's the freaking people of Talokan. They're like, we're not trying to hear all that. She's the person who thought of the machine. She's the person that has to die. So now it's a freaking cat and mouse game of the Talokanians and freaking Princess Shuri and Riri trying to freaking escape. And tell me why everybody gets bodied by the freaking Talokanians. Then we have another cute romantic moment between Okoye and Akuma. I ship them so bad, but they have an actual flirtationship going on, and I don't care what no one says because the subtext is there. I don't even think it's subtext, I just think it's regular text. But they are about to get milli-wopped, and Princess Shuri is looking around like, damn, we really losing. Okay, I'm gonna offer myself as a sacrifice so that we can at least make it out here alive. And freaking Okoye is like, what the hell you mean you're offering yourself as a freaking sacrifice? What the hell are you talking about? And they take Princess Shuri and they take Riri and they go into the freaking underground Talokanian region. And this part of the movie was given. And this part of the movie is where I really started shipping Namor and Shuri, because the subtext wasn't even there. This was text. This was just regular schmegular text. I even titled this section The Rise and Fall of NASHURI, because this is when we saw, oh Lord, God have mercy. Let's just get into it. I don't even have to explain. So the next section of this video, I even titled it The Rise and Fall of NASHURI, because this is when we got the best part of the movie, in my freaking opinion. The music was given, the visuals was given, and then Namor did what he did. But let me just continue. After Shuri practically turns herself into a willing captive for Namor and the Talokanians or whatever, Namor is like, oh my god, thank god you came. Now I can show you what a Wakandian / Talokanian alliance is, but I'm gonna do something I've never done in a quadrillion years. You're gonna be the first landwalker that gets to see the kingdom of Talokan, so you can really see what it's like for me as the king, because I love my people. Namor then takes Shuri on a tour of his kingdom, which she clearly enjoys, delighting in the wildlife and culture, and takes a particular interest in the and the underwater sun Namor crafted and brought to his people. Following the tour, the two bond in a cenote by the water, where Namor offers her his mother's bracelet as a token of gratitude for the first surface dweller to visit Talokan. There they share a deep conversation about their personal issues, and the two begin to think they understand each other. Shuri opens up to someone about her feelings on T'Challa's death for the first time, and Namor kindly gives her genuine, well-meaning advice on what it means to be a great leader, that she admires what he has crafted, but firmly reiterates that she will not stand for Wiwi's death. Namor makes it clear to Shuri that he wants an alliance and will allow Wiwi's sanctuary in Wakanda if they join together to wage war on the surface world. When questioned by Shuri on what will happen if Wakanda doesn't reply, Namor threatens them by saying that the scientists will be killed and he will wage war on Wakanda first. And if y'all read any romance or historical romance or even fantasy romance, this whole scene between Namor and Shuri was literally taken straight out of those books. I don't care. It was literally so romantic, and even the little part where he threatens to start war on Wakanda, I'm not gonna lie, it was giving. I know. This is why I said this is my toxic ship. But unlike Deku and Bakugo, if y'all watch my why I hate Deku Bakugo shipping, these two are literally on equal footing. And I feel like the tension is there. I really feel like the tension is there. It's really, really giving, right? And I just feel like Namor wants her so bad. And I really feel like in an alternate universe, we really could have got Namor x Shuri. But literally on the flip side, on the surface, Queen Wamunda is losing her mind because her daughter practically just got kidnapped by the fish man. And she's like, oh heck no, I got one family member left. So she practically sends Nakia, where was Nakia? We'll find out later. But Nakia, she comes out of nowhere practically and is sent on a mission to retrieve the princess of Wakanda. And when she goes and finds her way into Talokan, literally being the only second surface dweller ever to get to Talokan, we love women in STEM, she literally goes and kills a Talokanian servant and retrieves Wiwi and the princess. When Namor sees this, he starts stripping. I just feel like this is where everything started to go extremely wrong with the movie. This is why I feel like things started going extremely wrong with the movie, because oh my goodness, bro, this is a mess. So Nakia was literally in Haiti raising kids' rights, being all peace, love, and positivity. But when she goes to Talokan, I guess she got to get her anger out somewhere about T'Challa's death. She literally kills an innocent maid servant. And I was like, you guys are from Wakanda. Y'all don't got no weapons on stun? And yes, I do know the maidservant attacked her. But girl, she's Nakia. Nakia's like one of the freaking, I promise she was one of the member of the Dora Milaje. You couldn't give her a good kick in the chest? You had to kill her? And this incident literally sparked a war between Wakanda and Talokan. And this is where I have to say the fall of NASHURI happened, because like Namor already hates surface dwellers, and after he literally showed the princess his entire private kingdom, one of his people died. And he don't play that, because I was watching this movie with my best friend and she was like, yeah, this is so overblown, like why would he start war because one person died? I was like, come on sis, you have to be serious. He literally doesn't want his people to die. They have never had this happen and he don't play that. Like, I do agree a war is a little too much, but from someone who hates surface dwellers, this was a actual hate crime, especially when he just offered the people of Wakanda alliance. He just offered the people of Wakanda an alliance and they killed one of his people. Just because she's a maidservant doesn't mean he doesn't value, her. But a war was a little overblown. I would have asked for something else. A war went brazy, okay? It went brazy. And so due to this, oh lord, Namor is like, yeah, we gotta get our lick back, and he decimates Wakanda. Like, it was so embarrassing to see. I was like, I get it. Wakanda is very close to the ocean, but they got their butts smelly whopped like so bad. Like, the capital city gets decimated. Namor comes with his freaking flying feet. He throws a water bomb and kills Queen Wamunda. And now this is officially where all hope for freaking NASHURI happens, because she actually loves her mom. This is not like Carrie. This is not like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Shuri actually loved her mom. So when Namor threw the bomb and killed her, oh baby, it was over. And now Shuri is in her I gotta get my lick back phase, and she low-key channels the spirit of Killmonger. We go through this long antiquated process where she gets a freaking herb crusted, like I have no idea what they called it, but it was like a herb crusted herb or something through DNA synthesis because she's so smart. And she literally becomes the second Black Panther. And she's like, yeah, I gotta get my lick back. I gotta get my lick back. So she gets her army, right? And they go to the sea. They go to the sea to go fight the people of Talokan, and it was so embarrassing. The people of Talokan are milly whopping the people of Wakanda. It was bad, y'all. It was bad. I think they got a gigantic ship, went into the middle of the ocean, which is literally their territory, and the people of Talokan, I feel like Namor was training these people to always be on lock because the people of Talokan are beating the Wakandians. But let's go back to Namor and Shuri. Namor and Shuri are having their I'm not gonna lie, their fight was good. I felt the tension. It was great. The enemies to lovers part of my heart was like, oh baby, this gonna eat. But then realistically, I know that she don't play that. You can't kill somebody's mom and they actually like their mom and be expecting, romance. But they're having their little, they just doing the entanglement at this point. Like F-Will and Jada, they said we doing our own entanglement. Oh Lord. But due to the hate in her heart for seeing, this man kill her mom, Shuri actually gets her lick on him. Like she's about to kill him, and this man is cuckoo bananas. I really like how these two are like equally matched and they can fight really well against each other. Both of them get really injured due to each other. He gets a huge advantage on Shuri and stabs her to a rock, but she's like, wait a minute, my cousin's Killmonger. She remembers how she went to the spirit world and saw Killmonger, pulled out the spear, and she tells the freaking ship that she had to practically jump Namor with, tells the freaking ship to explode, and he gets burned so bad. Oh, she is so funny. She is so funny. But practically she's like, you know what, I can't kill him because my mom would not want this. So she practically forces Namor to yield. This is so freaking embarrassing. Shuri practically causes Namor to yield, right? And I think at this moment she's like, oh my gosh, yes, because thank God, because there's literally 5 people left on the side of Wakanda, and literally the people of Talokan are about to push them off the freaking edge of the freaking ship. And this is when Namor shows up with freaking Shuri, and they're like, yeah guys, we figured it out, like we stopped beefing, everybody stopped fighting, and everybody starts celebrating. And I'm like, maybe my eyes are deceiving me, but there are 5 Wakandians. There are 5 individual Wakandians left. And I watched this movie with my best friend and a bunch of people, and my best friend was like, yeah, I can't believe Shuri did not kill Namor. No tea, no shade. She knew damn well she needed to freaking practically try to pacify Namor. The people of Talokan were milly whopping the Wakandians. Like, let me see if I can find a clip from the movie. But look at that. It's a good 90v1 situation. She had to submit. Imagine if she killed Namor and the people of Talokan found out. There would be no country of Wakanda. I'm telling you this right now. Those people know how to get their lick back. All of this started because they killed one single maidservant. Y'all have to remember that. I'm telling you this right now. There would be no kingdom of Wakanda. That would have been the end of the golden age. I'm telling you this right now. And so this causes a very tentative alliance because Namor is like, wow, I can't believe she almost killed me. And Shuri's like, I'm so depressed. I have no family. What an ending. And so practically Shuri goes on her own way, and she finds out that T'Challa had a son through Nakia, and she's like, wow, this is the secret that my mom was going to tell me before Namor showed up and started yip yapping. And so she has a little bit of a happy ending in terms of that. But while Shuri is practically dealing with all of her emotions and how she's feeling about going through the death of her brother, the death of her mother, and a freaking war, Namor is in Talokan having the time of his life, bro. I really feel like he has some type of complex because literally after that, bro, he starts fantasizing so bad about Shuri. Like there is a gigantic portrait of a panther like in his bedroom or in his meeting room, and he like touching it, observing it, and Akuma literally is like Okuma was like, what the hell am I seeing? And I was like, yo, he wants her so bad. He wants her so bad. But there's physically no way we're gonna get that because literally that boy killed her mom. That boy killed her mom. And now let's talk about the ship. Because everybody, we all watched the movie together. We were like, yeah, we still ship it. So now I want to talk about the ship. I'm so glad that I'm able to do a whole section specifically related to the people and how they love namor&shuri. Because when I tell you people ship this ship, I'm not lying. I'm pretty sure this excerpt is from the fandom wiki, but I'm just going to read it to you guys. After the release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the ship between namor&shuri gained significant attention and sailed rapidly, with 65 works on AO3 in just days after its release and numerous articles about a potential relationship being published by news websites such as The Vulture and Collider. Fans were intrigued by the interesting tension between the two, with Shuri's presence effectively bringing out Namor's more affable side, and likewise his for her, as he is the first person to get her to open up following her brother's passing. The two were noted to have a bond over shared experiences, and each other's presences allowed the other to begin to heal. It also helps that Namor had a dress made for her, appropriate accommodations prepared, and gave Shuri his mother's bracelets, as he thoughtfully remembered her interest in it. Even after their fallout, it is clear Namor regards her with respect and immortalizes their battle in a mural. Fans have noted parallels between Hades and Persephone, as both stories featured a kidnapping, gift-giving, and a mother's heartbreak, as both Dementor and Queen Wamunda punished those who would have been looking for their daughters, Okoye and the nymphs, and sent a trusted ally to retrieve them, Nakia and Hermes. Talokan may also have parallels to the underworld, of which both Namor and Hades are kings respectfully. Both fans and the movie's crew alike have joked that following Namor giving Shuri the bracelet, the two are now in a marriage alliance. On AO3, it is currently the most written for ship in Black Panther Marvel tag, and the most written for ship for both characters. Namor is said to be charmed and smitten with Shuri in leaked original script for Wakanda Forever. During their first meeting, he looks at her almost as if they have met before, and even eyes her shyly before leaving. The two also have deleted scene together where Namor takes Shuri to a sacred garden she expressed interest in visiting earlier, and thanks for improving Talokan's underwater sun in a cut subplot. Riri Williams remarks that the two look like they were floating off on a date in the same leaked script. Tenoch called Shuri and Wakanda a natural ally to Namor. Both Letitia Wright and Tenoch have noticed fan works for the ship, with Letitia liking at least 3 fan art pieces from an artist on Instagram, and Tenoch sharing fan art on his IG story. And the audio commentary for Wakanda Forever, director Ryan Coogler remarks that he wanted their Talokan scenes to feel intimate, especially when Namor gives Shuri his mother's bracelets. Joe Cole remarks that they, Namor and Shuri, have shared connectivity and emotionality that comes from the shared journey in the same audio commentary. In Wakanda Forever, the official Black Panther podcast, Ludwig remarks that Con La Brisa, which features romantic lyrics and tone, felt like it was made for them, and that in fact was made for them. Michael B. Swower said that during the movie's editing stage, the crew would often joke that the bracelet means they were married now. Director of Marvel Studios' Eternal, Chloe Zhao, implied support for the ship and even mentioned AO3 in a post praising the cast and crew for the movie, and ending her caption with, "When Namor asked Shuri to burn the world with him." And it's the shocked emoji, the blue heart emoji, the ocean emoji, and she used the caption, #AO3. When fans said she knew what was up, Chloe responded with, "I do." And it's the emoji with the tongue out that's on fire. And a snippet from the to-be-released Wakanda Forever movie special book, Namor is described to be seeking Shuri's kinship and support. Couple this with Ryan Coogler and Joe Cole emphasizing their intimacy and humanitarian connection, this all but debunks theories of Namor manipulating Shuri in any way. So now that I have practically explained to you guys why I ship Namor and Shuri and the context and subtext that has led me to come to this conclusion, I want to give you guys some recommendations of people to follow if you are looking for Namor and Shuri content. These people, man, it's like they have an agenda, even though it's been months since, Wakanda Forever came out. They are still putting out a lot of Black Panther and namor&shuri content. The first person who I want to recommend to you guys is J Plays Sims. We're mutuals on Tumblr, and they are literally feeding us so much namor&shuri content. I was going to make Sims for this video, but I realized that they already made a beautiful recreation of namor&shuri and even let them have a kid in their let's play. So I was like, let me share with the good people the good news. And I really love how they also ship a Tuma and a Korye. I don't know. I really love their content, and the way that they do the talokan blue is so cute. You guys have to check them out. And if you go check out their Tumblr, and they also have a Twitter, tell them that Ella Pastoral sent you, because I love their content. Another person that has literally been feeding us good content for namor&shuri most definitely has to be Pamaleo on Twitter. I'm saying this right now. They make NSFW stuff, so be careful. This is for everybody who is 18 plus. Let me say it again, 18 plus. And they only have like 400 followers on Twitter. So guys, really go support them. And just like J Play Sims, they also really ship a Korye and a Tuma. And they make such cute, adorable, funny content. So guys, please go support them. And guys, look at this cute little art they made of namor&shuri having a daughter. Like, I really love their content. Yeah. They also do animated GIFs. I feel like they're slept on. I feel like they're seriously slept on. But let me know when you guys go check them out and tell them Ella Pastoral sent you. Now let's get back into the video. And so that brings me into the next section. What went wrong? What went wrong? I really appreciated this movie for everything they gave us in terms of the actors, everybody having a good time, the characters, and the reason why they did stuff. But what my main issue was, I really feel like we lost the plot of the movie halfway through the movie. Like, Namor literally wanted to kill Shuri so all of the imperialist countries wouldn't have access on how to easily find vibranium, right? That was the OG plot of the movie. But after the whole maid killing situation, it's like Namor saw red and he stopped thinking, and it just didn't make sense to me, because if he is a powerful king that has been alive for centuries, he needs to control his emotions better. And I just feel like instead of fighting against the imperialist countries, they started fighting against each other. And I was like, there's no way they're not seeing this. I know France and the US are somewhere having the time of their lives while y'all are fighting. And I'm stuck between, like, this is such an awful take, to being like, this is so true. Like how people in power will pit minorities against each other so we don't fight against them. And I don't know, I was in the movie theater like, guys, France! Y'all fighting each other when you could fight against France, the US, Britain, Germany, and y'all fighting each other. Because literally, like, you know, people be like, oh, you can't think too deep into these movies. But I'm like, yo, a good chunk of the fighting force of Wakanda is effed. Queen Ramonda is dead. Shuri is depressed. I know France is like, yes. They're already known for destabilizing African countries. And Namor did the job for them. So I have no idea what the hell is going to happen. Because literally, oh my gosh, I can already see US, France, Britain tag teaming. The major fighting force of the country is gone. What the hell are they going to do? Are they going to call the Talokanians? Maybe Namor is going to pick up. Who the hell knows? And yeah, I really wanted to get this off my chest because I know a lot of y'all were asking for my namor&shuri video, and I literally have been scripting this video since December. But yeah, I really think that in the perfect world, they would have been together. The chemistry is there. Political romances happen all the time. Political marriages happen all the time. And they should have definitely been attacking France instead of whatever we got. If you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps support the channel and push this video in the algorithm. Let me know if y'all saw what I'm coming from in terms of the romantic tension that happened in the movie. Because I kept trying to tell my best friend about it, and she was like, yeah, I don't know, what you seeing? And I'm like, Gabby, look, he wants her so bad. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.